Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into Carol's Daily Sauce. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Please also share the video out if you feel like it's something worth sharing. So this is a reaction video, and this is a reaction video to StrongMommy Chrissy's most recent live, which was this morning. Y'all, what's going on? This is crazy. I mean, this girl is devastated. It seems to me that at first when I watched the live, I was like, what's going on? Oh, buddy cuz and his girlfriend, I guess last week, people were sending her DMs left and right about oh, buddy cuz and his girlfriend, and she was asking people to stop doing that because it was trying for her. Here we are. It is only Tuesday of this week, and now she's crying and all upset and just devastated. So when I first started watching it, I was like, what's going on? You really couldn't tell, because to make a long story short, just like Sofa Time with Kel said, when I went to go and watch her, and I need to go finish watching her video, I just watched it and I heard her say that StrongMommy Chrissy was saying something, but she wasn't saying nothing at all. Exactly. Ditto. So basically, it took her a while to get around to what she was referring to, but she was saying that she's getting a lot of DMs and a lot of emails, but there still was no clarity as to who she was getting them from. And she is visibly upset. Now, one thing I do want to touch on is this right here. She did say that we reactors, all you reactors, y'all know who y'all are, including myself. She said that she don't care what we say. She don't care what we try to do to get, to come up and to be like her. And, she's humble. And she ain't gonna humble herself no further. She not coming down. That's why she in the predicament she's in. Now, let me explain something to you guys, just in case you don't know. I am not indicating that anyone should be harassed or downed or made fun of. I'm not saying that. But when you get yourself in a position where you think that you're high and mighty and better than others, and that other people up under you, perhaps smaller YouTubes or people in general who don't have as much as you have what is considered in the Bible as a haughty, pompous attitude. Haughty, pompous attitudes, a lot of times you can't be blessed in that era. You can't be blessed when you have that spirit on you. But she says she ain't coming down. Well, guess what, sweetie pie? If you don't come down, you're going to keep on going through all this stuff. So her comments are flashing in and out. People are saying what's going on. A witch comes in her live and says, I'm a witch, contact me. And then the same witch said something to the effect, I seen they were talking about you on, I guess, the Tommy Soto show. She said, and I knew danger was evident for you. I knew that it was intimate for you. I knew that you were in grave danger. And so Chrissy didn't comment on that, but she just kept commenting on a whole bunch of stuff as far as what it was that she was going to do in regards to her problems that she's having with people calling her and commenting to her and emailing and texting and just harassing her. So it came out through the live that it actually was not her ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband, oh buddy, because it was actually, I'm assuming, the young man that she had dated when she was in Vegas had leaked some informations about her household. So she had literally let the man in her house. The man has leaked her address and leaked a lot of different things. And so now she is scared. She's scared for herself. She's scared for her children and considering moving. One of the persons in the comment told her, don't do that. Don't move your kids. Now, I want to say this. she does need to contact the authorities, because anytime you feel like you're scared because your safety is compromised, then you need to you need to get the authorities involved, because nobody, hold on you guys. So anyway, basically from what it sound like the young man maybe that she was dating in Vegas, or maybe somebody here in Texas. I mean, basically, just like Kel said, we don't know what's going on, because she's saying something, but she's not really saying nothing. And I guess, people were saying things to her about letting, randoms in her house around her children. And I've said that before too. As a single parent, that's something that you really should not do. Let people know where you live, because look, when men find out that women are single parents, just them and their children, they'll do crazy things. They'll do crazy things, especially if they crazy. There's not going to be any stopping them. So she's very, 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 very upset. I mean, visibly, you guys, crying, blowing her nose, cussing people out on the screen because they're saying stuff. And see, this is the thing about YouTube, and specifically on lives. You will get attacked. It's happened to me on more than one occasion. Everybody is not going to agree with you. And that's something, whether you are in good spirits or not good spirits, something that you're going to have to be able to adjust to. But she pretty much was saying, please, please stop harassing me. Instead of getting in front of a video and asking someone to stop harassing you, if it really is as bad as you say it is, you need to contact the police. So now she's talking about she's getting ready to move because she feels like she's in danger. That is the worst thing in the world that she could possibly do, is to rip her kids up and move them again. Kids need stability. It's bad enough they can't go outside and play. It's bad enough that their school has been interrupted. And now here you are wanting to move them again. She has got to stop this. Even saying stuff about she's going to stop YouTube, which is dumb as I don't know what, because that's her income. She's going to stop all of her promotions. She's going to stop all this. I wouldn't let nobody win over me like that. That's insane. When you do stuff like that, you allow people to have control of your life. And I wouldn't allow nobody to have control of my life. I would not allow it. But what she needs to do going forward is, if you choose to date, you date somebody, go out to dinner, and make sure he ain't following you home. Because this is the world that we live in today. It's not like the 60s and 70s where things were pretty much safer. It's not like that no more. Here she done probably been very intimate with the man and invited him to her house, and her kids probably met him and stuff. And then he didn't just let all her information leak all out, just bleeding all her information out. 30 years old, 29 years old, however old she is, it is time to put on some big girl panties and make some grown folks decisions. Because guess what? You can have 9 kids all you want, but if you have 9 kids and you don't have the common sense to make decisions and things that are appropriate to keep you and your children safe, then you, my dear, have a problem. And I'm not trying to come down hard on her or make her out to be a horrible person. I'm not trying to do that at all. What I'm saying is, there comes a time when you have to not only make decisions for just you and what it is you want as the adult in your household. She's, this girl is, she just moved, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and now she's talking about leaving. So now you're going to break your lease and go somewhere else. After a while, the well is going to run dry. People are going to blackball you, and you are not going to be able to rent anywhere. Okay? Now, I know I heard a while back that somebody was saying, Jazzy's mother may have got her the apartment. She may have. I don't know. I wasn't all up in the mix of that. But if that's the case, if somebody else got the apartment in their name, she has to be responsible too in that area. She has to be responsible in that instance as far as not messing up somebody else's credit. I mean, you can't do that. You can't just do things on a whim. And that's what I think Chrissy tends to do. She does things a lot of times without thinking. For instance, she's saying that she's going to quit YouTube. So where are you going to go out and get a job in the midst of a quarantine? Where are you going to go out and get a job in the midst of a quarantine? And how in the world are you going to pay daycare for all those kids? Because anybody in their right mind knows that child support for each one of them kids is not going to keep your household. It's not going to do it. Y'all, this is the most horrible situation that she's in. One thing about me, I'm a very sensitive person, and I really, 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 honestly, I care for people. So it did hurt my heart to see her in tears. But on the other hand, you have to pull them big draws up. Okay? You got to. There was a time in my life when things continued, and I think I said this before it may be a live or in another video, where things just kept happening and kept happening. And after a while, you know what I did? I just said, wait a minute, back up. And I started looking at the decisions I was making. And I started looking at all the money that I was spending. And I started looking at how I was paying this and not paying this, or putting a little bit here and putting a little bit there. But you got to rearrange everything. You got to rearrange it. And I'm talking about when I was single, as well as when, while I'm married. It's just some things that you have to do. I mean, I can speak on it because guess what? I've been single. I can speak on it because I raised children by myself. I can speak on it because I lived in a house by myself without a man. And I lived in fear too a couple of times. I had to get restraining orders too. And so when the people were in the live telling her that she needed to get a restraining order, that she needed to get the police involved, she never made not one comment. So why are you not taking heed to the suggestions that people are giving you? See, that's the kind of thing. It makes me think that this is all phony. But she legitimately was crying and slinging snot. So it probably is really, really, really something that happened, although we don't really even know what happened, because all we're told is that she's being harassed. So you're being harassed so much. They're sending you DMs, they're sending you emails, they're sending you what? Are they sending you letter? All that stuff right there, paper trail. All that is a paper trail. Contact the authorities and they can handle it. I don't know why people are so scared, seems to me, to contact the authorities. And I know the younger generation, actually her generation, the era where my children were born, kind of feel like snitches. Snitches get put in ditches. I don't care. You're not going to have me in my household with my babies scared. So then someone asked her in the life, well, do you got brothers? She said, yeah, I got brothers and stuff, and I'm just going to have to get them involved. If you stop running your mouth so much and stop making stupid decisions, you wouldn't have to get anybody involved. Start making better decisions for yourself and for your family so that you can move forward, so that you can do your YouTube, so that you can do all of your promotions and all of these things that make money. Stop acting like you're so high and mighty and better than others and just live your life. I mean, I even seen on Instagram, somebody was saying something about, I seen one of the reactors had something about she's looking for dates on Plenty of Fish. Who cares? Who cares where she's looking for dates? Okay? Is she supposed to be single because she has 9 kids? If it were me and mine's with her age, I would be doing everything in my power to make sure that they had everything, and that would be it. But, I mean, she may want to have male companionship via FaceTime or phone conversations or whatever. So, I mean, whatever it is that she chooses to do, is her right. But she needs to be very, very careful about who she lets in her home, around her children, and whom she chooses to share all of her intimate, private information with. A lot of the things that happen to Strong Mommy Chrissy happens because she pretty much literally is an open book. And in my opinion, I'm only talking about for Carol's Daily Sauce, there are just some things that you don't need to put on the internet. There are just some things that are going on in your household that you don't need to put on the internet. Like, for instance, in my comments, people say, oh, your life isn't so great. And I never said that. I've never said that. I have situations that go on in my household and in my life, just like everybody else. We all go through things. But the key is keeping your household information and things that you go through that are private in your household and not putting them out on the internet. And then when you put them out on the internet and someone makes a reaction or a comment on it, you get mad. You cannot see it. It has to have something to do with learning or being mature. She's just not mature enough. She didn't have all, and that's what I wanted to say earlier. She didn't have all them babies, but it don't make her a woman. She has all the organs of a woman. You know, she is a female, but being a female does not make you a grown woman. It's time for her to pull up her big girl panties, stay her butt right in Florida. I'm sorry, right in, that's where people was telling her, move to Florida, move to Georgia, all in the chat. But she doesn't need to move anywhere. She needs to stay put and fight the good fight. And don't let nobody run her out of her household. I get me a big old dog that'll maul somebody to pieces trying to come into my house and bring me danger. And who's to say that he's even going to bring her danger anyway, unless it's something out there that I don't know about? Because like I said, I don't always look at this. And for the jerk that's going to come and say, oh, I thought you said you don't always. If you look up what always means, like you going on every day and looking at or looking for Strong Mommy Chrissy as if it's a reality series show, I don't do that. I don't have the time. All I'm saying is be responsible for the choices and decisions that you make. And if you can't be responsible for the choices and the decisions that you make, it's a whole bunch of learning that you need to do. Okay? Talking about she gonna take a break. Girl, you ain't gonna take no break because you ain't gonna want it to affect your money. You know you gotta floss. Okay, you guys, that's it. I just had to give my little 2 cents on it. I know some people are probably saying, she got her nerves saying this and that, and her life is probably not this and that. You won't know my life because I don't put my life on the computer like that. I don't think my business is your business. What I want you to know, I'm going to let you know. Okay, period, point blank in the story. My life and my family is not an open book for everybody. It's not, but when you do, as a content creator, as an influencer, like Chrissy said she ain't influencing nothing for me. Not one thing, not even her following. She's not influencing because, to be frankly honest with you, if I had as many followers as her and they have the likeness of her, I'd rather not have them. I'd rather have followers that have the likeness of me or have the likeness of other folks that kind of bring about positivity and kind of bring about situations in which we can help one another. See, the thing with Strong Mommy Chrissy, honestly and truly is really all about herself. And what happens is when it's not all about her, it becomes the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory in the sense of blowing up right in her face. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all the videos I upload. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. Be encouraged, be strengthened, and know that God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.